Seeking Alpha's Alpha Picks claims to help you beat the market with just 2 stock recommendations each month. But how good are those picks really? I dug into the details to find out. Now, before I even considered subscribing to Seeking Alpha's Alpha Picks myself, I did what I always do. I went straight to the user reviews. Because, let's be honest, if you want to see the truth about any platform, you start with what other users are saying. And I didn't just look for the glowing 5-star testimonials. I hunted for the 1-star warnings and complaints. And one Seeking Alpha Alpha Picks review that made me pause was from a user who said he signed up for a $4.95 trial for Seeking Alpha Premium, but then got charged $499 for a full year of Alpha Picks instead. That's a big jump. He wasn't happy about it. Now, AlphaPix's team did reply, apologizing for the confusion and offering to look into the charge if the user provided their email. Now, that's a scary situation for anyone, but here's what I noticed after digging deeper. This seemed like a rare case, not a common theme at all. Most billing issues can also be resolved with a direct support ticket or, in a worst case scenario, a credit card chargeback. And the overwhelming majority of reviews I found weren't about billing at all. They were about performance. And on that front, the feedback was seriously impressive. I found a user who's been using Seeking Alpha's Quant Ratings for over a year to make his buy and sell decisions. He called it very profitable and said he doesn't even pay attention to the free articles anymore. He just follows the data. But the Seeking Alpha Picks review that really sold me was from a subscriber who joined Alpha Picks at the start of last year, and he said that by mid this year, his Alpha Picks portfolio was up 46% overall, compared to the S&P 500's 14% over the same period. He had picks that were up 100%, 200%, even 500%. Now, he did say some picks were down around 25%, which reminds you that nothing wins every time. But his overall take was that it was very well worth it for him. He even said that he'd pay the full $499 price now. So yeah, that's not the kind of detail that people make up. That sounds like someone who really actually used the service and saw real results among the many other reviews. So after seeing all those reviews, I had to test Alpha Picks for myself, right? I wanted to see if I could actually deliver that kind of clarity and performance for my own portfolio. And after using it myself, here's what stood out to me. First, and this is their core offering, you get 2 new stock picks every single month. One on the first trading day and another around the 15th. So this isn't a flood of random ideas. It is a focused, very disciplined strategy. Each pick is a strong buy based on Seeking Alpha's proprietary quant rating system. So this isn't just some analyst's gut feeling. They've crunched thousands of data points on value, growth, profitability, and momentum to find stocks that are genuinely poised to outperform. And this is where I felt Alpha Picks really differentiated itself from other stock picking services like Moby Invest. So Moby offers a wider range of content, market news, crypto updates, analyst opinions. It's great if you want a broader financial feed. But Alpha Picks is laser focused. It's not about content, it's about concrete, data-driven stock selections. For me, that focus cut through the noise and saved me hours of my own best stock picks research. And the results speak for themselves. Since its inception, the AlphaPix portfolio has delivered a total return of over 136%, and compared that to the S&P 500's 49% over the same period. That's a massive outperformance. They achieved this with a strict buy and hold approach after analyzing and picking very few stocks that they know will gain in value. This is not for day traders. It's for investors who want to build wealth over time. They let your winners run, and they're not afraid to hold on to great companies. But they're also not just set it and forget it, so they actively monitor every pick. If a stock's rating drops to a sell, you get an alert, like if something happens. If a stock is rated hold for more than 180 days, it also automatically becomes a sell. So this systematic approach takes the emotion out of selling, which for me is one of the hardest parts of investing, is figuring out where my emotions start and the analysis begins. They also provide detailed write-ups for every pick, explaining the full investment thesis, why this stock and why now. This transparency helped me understand the reasoning behind each move, which built my confidence tremendously for those picks. After using it, I also noticed a shift. I wasn't guessing about what I wanted anymore. I was following a clear, disciplined strategy backed by hard data. For an investor who's serious about long-term growth, Alpha Picks by Seeking Alpha is incredibly powerful. So, is Seeking Alpha worth it? My simple answer is yes. But is it perfect? Not at all. No services, right? If I had to point to one thing that might give some investors pause, it's the pace of things. You only get 2 picks a month to choose from. Like, if you're the type of investor who really wants that constant stream of new ideas and you want all this information, or who just loves to trade frequently, there's not as much here, and it might feel too slow for you. This is not a hyperactive trading service. But honestly, I came to see that as its biggest strength. The slow, deliberate, specific pace forces that discipline and detailed analysis. It prevents overtrading and keeps you focused on high conviction, long-term ideas and the best stocks. It completely eliminates the fire hose effect that you get from some other services where you're bombarded with too many ideas and end up not acting on any one of them. So yeah, it requires patience to use, but if your goal is to build real, lasting wealth and not just to chase the next hot stock, that's not a drawback, it's the entire point. All right, now let's talk about the question that everyone has. Is AlphaPix worth it when you factor in the cost of it? So AlphaPix isn't the cheapest service out there. For a casual investor who only checks their portfolio like once a month, the price might seem a bit high, but if you're serious about outperforming the market in the long term and you value your time, the math changes completely. So for me, it replaced countless hours of my own research and gave me a level of confidence that I didn't have before. And that alone justified the cost. And the good news is that they offer a bunch of like promotions and discounts too. So check the link in the description below for their latest pricing plan and any active discounts that they're offering right now. So after thoroughly testing it and digging into the data, here's my final take on whether Seeking Alpha Picks is worth it. So for me, absolutely. It delivered a clear, disciplined, and data-driven strategy that genuinely outperformed the market. If you're ready to stop guessing and start following a proven system, check the link in the description to get started. I've made sure to include any special discount available.